Hey, how's it guys? I want to start off this video by sending a huge thank you to Casual Spaceman who featured me on his channel and sent a whole lot of subs my way. I have tripled my subs and my views on all my videos are up to about 800. So I am extremely happy and humbled that people are appreciating my content. Then I want to say to all the new subs, thank you guys so much for your time and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I want to send a shout out to Wade's Underworld, my Southern Hemisphere counterpart. I want to thank him for the sub also. I really appreciate it. And then I want to say to Dark Knight's Apologetics, I am so sorry that I didn't feature the Big Bang Theory in my video about the influences of maths and science, but the Big Bang is going to get a video on its own. So I hope that you can look forward to that. Otherwise, thank you so much for the comment. I really appreciate it. So, the topic for today's video is what science isn't. I always hear flat earthers say that science is a religion or scientists are the priests of a new religion. I beg to differ. I was born into Hinduism and I lived in that religion until my mom passed away when I was 18. Then a few years later I found myself converted to Christianity, but I had a few issues with the religion. So about 4 years ago, I abandoned religion altogether. But what I did do was retain my idea of God, because I've had certain experiences in my life which I don't have a scientific explanation for. So for now, I just have to be content with God did it. Although I had a religious upbringing, I never confused religion with science. In fact, I've done very well at school, and sometimes I wonder why I didn't take my curiosity for science and astronomy further. Oh well. I've even heard a flat earther describe maths as a god. You know, maths isn't a god, but what it is a tool, and a damn good one too. Ask anyone who deals with money, like a financial advisor or an architect or a QS. Those people have to have an intricate understanding of mathematics in order to carry out their calculations in their chosen fields. Flat earthers always accuse us of believing what we are told. We are not told anything in science. What we are shown is the way to use maths and science to better understand our world. I want to tell flat earthers that we don't believe in science. Science is not a religion. It does not require a belief. What we believe in is the scientific method. You know, the method where we just don't take someone's perspective and run with it, where theories are hypothesized, tested, and depending on the results, retested until a conclusion is derived. The ideas which does work are reworked and expanded on. The ideas which don't work are discarded. You know, that's how the scientific method works. It doesn't start off with a conclusion. Science is self-correcting. Otherwise, it defeats the object of its purpose of finding out the closest thing to reality. I know that flat earthers hate this, but the perfect example is gravity. You know, it was first theorized and published in 1687, and then Einstein built on that in 1916 when he published his paper. That is the perfect example of how science works. When we know something, great, then we build on that, and then we know more. In fact, I even heard a flat earther accuse us of worshipping the god of gravity when he was describing the moon in the Earth's atmosphere. You know, gravity is not a god, but what it is a force, one of the four fundamental forces of the universe. And we should thank God for gravity, actually, because it's what keeps us grounded. Otherwise, we'd all be trying to float off into space with every step we take. The things that we know and understand, dear flat earthers, we don't call religion. We don't invoke a god into science or gravity or maths or evolution. These things are just mechanisms that we use to describe what we see in our reality. And if you are not seeing the same thing as the rest of us, I'd have to take the words of logic and say, please, you need to take a drug test. But I must admit that by no means are maths and science the easiest things. Sure, 1 + 1 is 2 is simple enough, but when you get to the equations, E = mc², how to calculate triangles, and then we've got the infinitesimal calculus and the second law of thermodynamics. I've included the square roots chart in this video, and Schrodinger's wave equation, which he wrote, or should I say formulated, in 1926. So science can in no way be a religion. There is no central figure that we all worship, and we don't get together once a week and have praise and worship. We don't do that. What we do is use science and maths as tools to help us better understand our world. And you know, just as I said that, I'm wondering, maybe we should get together once a week and discuss the developments in science and make people re-understand where it all started and how we got here. If you take the telephone, for example, I'm using this smartphone to record this video. I do everything on this smartphone. The time-lapse video that I'm voicing over was done with my smartphone. And if we think about where phones started and where we are now, that is a hell of a progression. And that is just one example how we humans have built on the knowledge of people who came before us, and look where we are. I don't know, I cannot understand how flat earthers can deny all of this. And GPS works on the Earth being a globe. Maths and science are foundational things. Every bit of science is a building block for another part of science. Science and maths are vast fields where a guy doing biology maybe would not necessarily understand the intricacies of physics. So there is so much to learn. We cannot just shut it down and say the earth is flat. It is unacceptable to do that. Unfortunately, us globies, we have to be tireless and relentless in our efforts to show that the earth is a globe. The earth is part of space, and we are part of the cosmos. The earth isn't flat and stationary. We see it, and thank God that we don't feel it. So guys, please, the earth is a sphere. It is rotating on its own axis. It is orbiting a star. And we are all moving in our galaxy. Our galaxy itself is moving towards the great attractor. So stationary doesn't apply in space. Everything is moving in one way or another. Okay, guys? And please note, flat earthers, we don't worship any of these things. These are objects that we can observe and observe the effects of these objects on other objects and so on and so on. So science is in no way a religion. I hope I can even just convince one of yous of what is happening. I am a layman. I don't know anyone at NASA. I don't even communicate with my own government, so I can't say that they are coercing me into making this video. No, the earth is a globe, and it really hurts me and disappoints me that you guys want to waste your time on the nonsense that you come up with. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.